As the early morning crow of a rooster fills the air, life begins to stir. Deer meander about while great big hogs awaken. All telltale signs that it's time for Renee King-Sonnen to start her day.
Hey girls, come on down, sweet girls. We have 500-pound hogs, 3 of them. We have Penny, Rue, Gizmo. Then we have a little potbelly named Ivy. We have a goat named Pepper. We have 8 chickens, a rooster named Little Chick, 4 horses, 3 ducks, 9 dogs, 4 cats, and a partridge in a pear tree.
While man's best friend may be a dog, for Renee, this menagerie of animals is like family. And with the help of husband Tommy, just like any good mother, every morning she prepares them a hearty breakfast and makes sure it's done just right.
You know, I gotta tell him how to do this. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
How do you know what these animals want?
I can hear them. I know what they're saying. And I have to all the time tell my husband, they're calling.
When those animals call, Renee listens like no one else. That's her mission as founder of Rowdy Girl Sanctuary in Angleton, Texas. Here, rescued livestock and farm animals come to live out their lives on acres of pasture. It's a far cry from how this land was originally used, her husband's fully functioning cattle ranch.
My grandfather always kept a few cows around on the land, ran some cows with the neighbors. When I sold the place in Junction and moved here, I started ranching. So I've been ranching and cutting hay since 2002.
Now, Tommy will be the first to admit that a cattle ranch turned animal sanctuary might sound like a load of bull. He certainly never saw his life headed there, but that all changed when he got an utterly bright idea to get Renee more involved in life on the ranch.
When you tried to make a ranch wife out of her, as she put it,
Yeah,
how successful were you at that?
I failed miserably. I created a caring animal activist as I was trying to get her involved in the ranch operations. It kind of backfired on me.
He said, Renee, there's a little calf. She doesn't have a mama, a couple of months old. I think you'd want to buy her, you know, be part of this around here. And I was like, oh, a baby, you know, because I don't have any kids. And so, you know, I was like, oh, it'd be so fun. I called her Rowdy Girl because she was indeed rowdy. And now, since we become a sanctuary, she's the leader of the pack.
Well, the rest, as they say, is history. Renee quickly grew attached to Rowdy Girl and other members of the herd like Houdini and Bullseye. And when the time came to ship some of the cattle off to be processed in a bright red trailer, like Tommy had done so many times before, Renee began to see things differently. It crushed her harder than she had ever imagined.
That trailer would go out the driveway on Highway 35, hang a left, go down this long stretch of highway, and these cows, all of them would just take a turn, screaming like you ain't never heard, like it ain't a moo. It's a wail for their babies, and it would break me. When they were crying, I'd go outside when my husband was watching the news, and I'd go out here with them when they were crying. I felt so guilty. I just had guilt. I would drop to my knees, and I could scream into the earth. And I would scream, beg them to forgive me, because I felt horrible. It was a horrible feeling. But then I'd have to get strong. Couldn't have those feelings. Those were to be locked away, tucked away, bolted, everything. You don't have that. But when it would happen, I would be, and then I have to throw them back in there. And that's what we're taught to do.
Renee couldn't handle the heartbreak anymore, so she came up with an alternative. If she could raise the amount of money the herd was worth, she'd buy the cattle from her husband Tommy and never see that red trailer hauling down the highway again. And after an online fundraiser that exceeded her expectations, that's exactly what she did. Today, Renee and Tommy are both full-time vegans, and Rowdy Girl Sanctuary plays home to all manner of beast and fowl. It's Renee's way of giving these animals a better life, no matter what anyone else says.
Still a bunch of people out there that think you're absolutely stark raving mad.
And rightly so. You know, I had lost my mind. But it was a good way. It was in a way that I could now cease to do something different. Hey, they thought Einstein was crazy. I mean, there's a fine line between crazy and genius. I'm not saying I'm a genius. My mission here in Texas is not to tell people you're doing bad, because you know, this is a way of life for us. This is our culture, this is our heritage. It's to start caring. I know that ranchers out there have a heart like my husband. I know that ranchers' wives out there have a heart like mine. Maybe I was just the crazy one, the loudmouth, the one that spoke it out loud, but now it can be spoken, you know, by you. There's Rowdy Girl, Baby Houdini, and all of her family, just wondering who's the next to go. Who's going next in the red trailer?
Cattle, just like oil, or football, or barbecue, sits alongside the Lone Star, woven into the very fabric of our state identity. In many ways, Rowdy Girl Sanctuary is bucking this tradition. But after all, this is Texas, where independence is our most prized pig, not simply an idea. Renee King-Sonnen has saddled herself with a new way of thinking, and she's riding at the head of her own herd, where anyone who wants is free to follow.
All the cows are home, never ever more to go away. Nobody's ever going in that red trailer, huh, Martin? What I feel compelled to do is be their voice. I have a song in my heart for every one of these animals. And all the little darlings, I know there's a heaven for you.